Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the comments. We're going to start it in just a minute, but before we do, a couple of things. First of all, if you're watching the video, thank you. If this isn't even your first comment video, then you should check it. It's a huge thank you. So, this is awesome. I started this on a whim, and it's quickly become one of my favorite things that we do on the channel. So, I hope you enjoy it. I do, I know I do. So we're going to dive in just a minute here. But I do want to say, if you like the videos, if you like what I do, if you like the channel, if you like the content, there are some links in the description, so you can go ahead and check those out. Help support the channel. There's a link to the Patreon, which has some exclusive Baby Metal. There's actually, I think, 2 exclusives on there, specifically Baby Metal. In addition to a lot of the other stuff that we look at on the channel, you also get early access to a lot of the reactions, and more stuff coming soon. Second of all, if you don't like links and you hate clicking on them, drop a super thanks. Super thanks are active, help support the channel that way, and lets me know that you're paying attention, and then you're not one of these people that just skips ahead. Or did you skip ahead? Did you skip ahead to this part in the video? Why? Why'd you click on the video if you're just going to skip ahead? I don't know. I do it too, though. I don't get it. Anyway, that's enough flagrant self-promotion from me. But actually, support me if you like what I do. Let's dig into the comments here. Delilux says, nice reaction. You were correct. This is the first song of the upcoming concept album, The Other One. Baby Metal just released a teaser of the full album with all the songs listed, and Metal Kingdom is the first song on the album, setting the stage for everything to come. That's kind of interesting. So I had it pegged as the the closer, but if it's like the opener, I don't know, they do that in plays a lot, right, where there's an overture that has themes from the music that's going to be in the rest of the play, in the beginning, but then I think they also a lot of times will do one at the end too. So I don't know, we'll see. For me, it feels like the song was also created as a show opener, the same way Baby Metal Death and In the Name Of were created. I don't know either of those tracks, Baby Metal Death or In the Name Of, so I guess we'll have to take a look at those. The chanting feels a bit too much to me, personally, but I can't imagine what and how they will be in a live show. It's going to be nuts. Yeah, I can already hear the crowd chanting along to the track. He goes on to say, you are correct. Sue's and Moa's vocals are incredible, and especially the blending harmonies are on a whole other level. They sound mature, emotional, and well executed, which shows once again how professional and talented they are. The next single will be released in February, followed by another one in March before the full album drops in March. They are also going to do 2 live shows this weekend at Makuhari Messe in Japan. Hopefully we get some footage to see how they evolved. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. See you in the next one. Cool. Good stuff. Tommy Hansen replies, you are wrong. This is the 3rd song released off the album. Well, I think, because somebody said that this was the 3rd single that was released off the album, but I think Delilia, all they're saying is this was the first track on the album. This is number 1 on the album, not the first single that's been released. Treadhead A1 says, great reaction yet again. Oh, thanks, buddy. As has been said, this is the opening track on the album, and it is awesome. A very anthemic and grand cinematic soundtrack feel to it. Yes, absolutely. Very much so. I cannot wait to hear a live track. Also, I do believe you are the first reactor I've heard to mention Moa's backup vocals melting seamlessly into Sue's. You can't tell where one ends and the other starts. It sounds great, though. Kitsune is up. Yo, it's legitimately one of my favorite things about the track is the way that and I think the headphones help, too, because it almost gives the sense that it starts in the back and moves forward as it blends into the lead vocals. It's, superb. Zilch634 says, what I feel from this song is prayer. Interesting. I think this song will be a big hit at the concert with a big chorus. I want to sing it loudly with the audience, shoulder to shoulder and fists in the air. I'm looking forward to seeing the official video of such a live performance soon. Same here. P.S. I live in Japan, so I will be attending the 2-day Baby Metal concert this weekend. I'm looking forward to it. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not jealous. Nah. Sold out 30,000 in 2 days. Yeah. Hieroglyphics. That's what's up. Rod22 says, thumbs up. This is actually the first song on the album and will, I believe, set the stage for the entire concept. Okay, I get that. The live performance should be epic. I can imagine the entire audience chanting along with the... Yeah, like, you can already hear it, right? He also says, Suzuka's voice is angelic here. This song was released before their first concert, and in my opinion, specifically so the audience will know when and how long the chants are, because they, especially the Japanese audience, will mimic the girls exactly. I get that. I mean, we'll see. We'll see when the album drops. Like, we'll see. Kit Kat says, Sue Metal's voice has always had a strong core to it. This is why she is one of the world's leading metal singers. No arguments. End says, Sue Metal's supremacy in this track. It's legitimately, that's what the track is about. And it's nasty. Face Planter says, Sue's singing like a boss. All 3 songs are screaming crowd participation. We should get some fan cams of the concerts coming up very soon. No doubt. Okay, looks like we got a big one here. Jake Muller says, welcome to Baby Metal's Metal Verse. You already heard a little bit of Metal Galaxy and some of the more mature Baby Metal songs, so I think it's fine to meet the new single, but still I highly suggest you keep listening to the early songs so you can get a clear picture of how they arrived at this new side that we haven't seen before. They did again with this epic anthem as the perfect opener for the new album. Prior to this, all the tracks were already teased with the full titles. Can't wait for Time Wave and Light and Darkness. But so far the songs sound really good. That's the other thing. I mean, because I listened to the track, you know, probably a dozen times since I did the video, and it's like everything sounds good. Everything, like the production is insane on the whole thing. He goes on to say, Sue Metal did an outstanding job with her vocal range in this one, like never before, and Moa Metal too with her backing chorus. I'm getting From Dusk Till Dawn vibes from this song and totally love it. It's one of my favorites. Highly suggest to check out the live at Budokan 2021, but also I'm getting some Within Temptation vibes with the symphonic touch. Another band that I love. I can't wait to see this performing live next weekend. There are 2 singles released prior to this one, but it makes sense to start first with the song since it is the first track on the upcoming concept album, the other one. The next song is Divine Attack, Shingeki, and Monochrome. Here are the lyrics translated. Thanks for sharing, and Kitsune's up. Cool. Then he drops the Metal Kingdom lyrics. Cool. Good stuff. I'm gonna give you a pin for that, sir. Oh, I don't think I can pin replies? Is that what's happening? I guess I'll just have to pin the parent comment. That's fine. There you go. Pin this comment. Yes. Thank you. Len Cook says, Hi, John. This is track 1 off the upcoming album. The second song is Divine Attack. I recommend that you pull up the English lyrics of both songs in order of the album track list, and you may find a continuous theme. I know I do. Metal Kingdom, I think, is a place, not just a name of a song, nor referring to the song's musicality. However, BABYMETAL has a history of really compressing the sound on their albums, but when they play live, they unleash the beast. This song will be so heavy and so theatrical in live performances, and with a few opportunities for audience involvement, it will explode. Good old call and response. Metal Kingdom is going to be a monster live. I tend to look at the single releases as training video for audience members so they know how the lines of some of the songs for this coming weekend. Yeah, somebody else said that. Hopefully we will find out in a few days on January 28th or 29th. Well, today's the 26th, though. It's coming up. I think it's interesting that you say Metal Kingdom is a place. For me, it's not so much that it's a place, like a physical place that you go to, but I think it's like the establishment or like the next logical progression for the band. So the idea being that maybe not a physical place, but it's an emotional place, a creative place. It's their place, right? And so it's for, I guess, like, maybe you could say, like, they created it for all of us to participate and experience together. I don't know. Could be. Getting some weird stuff with my audio. Hope it's okay. Boop. Next up, Ding JK says, I believe they are building a BABYMETAL kingdom. Yeah. In this decade of a new era for this decade is a new era for BABYMETAL. They will build a magnificent metal kingdom. I love that Sue Metal shows off her mature vocals and some singing skills in this song. It's beautiful. Grington 300 says, great reaction. I love Sue's vocals in this song. She has raised the bar so many notches. A good spot with how Moa's vocals and harmonies blend seamlessly into Sue's. I mean, I think that's beautiful. They have gone for an anthemic, epic sound for the album's intro song. We will see at the weekend if that carries through to becoming the big theatrical epic show opening as well. I'm jealous. I'm just gonna say it. Wanho? I don't know how to say that. Says, great reaction. You were the first person I've seen react to this song with whom I agree 100%. Yeah. I think that everything that BABYMETAL does has meaning or intention behind it. We'll see. It also shows that Sue levels up with each new album. Yeah. Yeah. RHD says they released this song so the one can learn the chants in preparation for the live shows leading up to the album release. At least that's my suspicion. You're not alone. You're not alone in that. Kitsune's Dao. Yeah. Okay. Slitherkin says this one was a little divisive. Some people are saying it's not really metal, and I mean, did I want it to go harder? Sure. But I literally always want every song to go harder. I mean, yeah, I get that. I think Metal Kingdom is just beautiful. Divine Attack backed off and held steady, where I think it should have gone just bananas. In that song, the lack of a breakdown or a solo feels like a failing. Interesting. In this song, I feel like they could have gone ham at some point, but it didn't need it like Divine Attack did. Yeah, and we haven't listened to Divine Attack, obviously, but Metal Kingdom really is it's a Sue feature, right? This song feels like it's just what it should be. I kind of agree with you. Especially if it ties in the themes from the rest of the album. Yeah. And I love it and have always been listening to it on repeat since it came out because it won't leave my head. Yeah, it's and not the chanty part either, surprisingly. It's Sue's verses that keep nagging at me to come back and play it again. Thanks for the reaction. Thank you. Appreciate the comment. Let's see. Antec says, great reaction as always. I agree with the instrumental part. And this is not only the case with this song, but with the other two new tracks are also missing some of the edge we know and love Baby Metal for. The guitars are still drop tuned and djenty as expected, alright, but more pulled back in the mix. And the riffs are at best generic. Syncopated riffing, the time signature changes seem to be on vacation for now. Let's hope they save the best for the rest. Yeah, I mean, I think we all kind of feel that way. Also, as an opener for the album, it certainly has more cinematic feel, and those big taiko drums can't really be replicated live. They simulated similar drum sounds on live renditions of tracks like In the Name Of, by having extras pound some steel barrels. It's interesting. And will come from tracks. Happy Metal Kingdom has more vocals and how gorgeous they are. Come on. Than previous opener tracks like Baby Metal Death or Future Metal, but the subdued guitars pretty much make this an easy listening metal track. I'd agree with that, yeah. Which isn't necessarily bad. Also agree with that. But I really hope there will be at least another BMC or Rondo of Nightmare among the remaining songs of the album. Also agree with that. And I don't even dare asking for another Tales of the Destinies. Eh. But maybe we all have been spoiled by stuff like Ginger. Oh, how I wish they'd have a song written by and recorded with Vlad, Roman, Eugene on there, and Tatiana on backing vocals. Don't even, man. Don't even. Not even in my wildest dreams. I would pay so much money. Chizongbe says, please react more Baby Metal live performance. Okay. I mean, twist my arm, why don't you? There's stuff on the Patreon. Go check that out. Tales of the Destinies and the One live, where they rolled from Tales of the Destinies right into the One. It's live on the Patreon. Patreon exclusive because YouTube won't let it go up. Go check it out. Go do that. Icarus Hedabon says, it's a Su Metal Kingdom and we're all living in it. Christopher JQ says, this is sure to become a huge fan participation song in their live shows. And this weekend will be when we find out if that turns out to be true when they make their return to live shows. Yeah, this weekend feels like it's going to be big. Feels like it's going to be big. Shoe Metal says, excellent comments from you on multiple aspects of the vocals. What Su Metal does with them of the beautiful pre-chorus where Moa begins the line in English, and additional quality in a Japanese song for Su Metal to complete, and of how the song itself is centered on the vocals. I don't know if it was the case here, but in the past, Su has created the vocal melody for a song as a separate stage in the process, relatively early on, not as the final element. Okay. And if that happened for Metal Kingdom, I think you would be a fool not to shape the song to feature it, because it is outstanding. It is. It really is. It really is. Jim Newsbaum says, I think you gave a really good analysis here, John. Oh, thank you. The 3 tracks released so far have all been rather subdued instrumentally. Baby Metal studio albums tracks often are, and often overproduced, which has been a criticism of the 3 songs released so far. You think they're overproduced? I mean, I've only heard the one, but I don't think it's overproduced, personally. But maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me, because it sounds good. Maybe that is what you mean by overproduced, being like there's too much production in it, so it's going to be more difficult to replicate live. I don't know. I have faith. We'll see. I'm not worried. He goes on to say they are usually pumped up in the live shows. I think Baby Metal is moving towards a focus on Sue and her incredible vocal talent. Metal Galaxy was also a move in that direction. The concerts are 3 to 4 days. The concerts are in 3 to 4 days, and they will really tell us where Baby Metal is going. Taipan says, I'm totally in love with Sue's vocals in this one, especially the first verse and pre-chorus. As you said, the way they fade into Moa's line in the pre-chorus is very well done. I like I feel like Sue put particular emphasis on giving single lines and even single words a wide dynamic range. I'll have to go back and listen for that. That's good insight. It's so beautiful, I could listen to it all day. I don't think anybody would blame you. Tommy Hansen says, I was really respecting your opinion, and you were right about the song not being suitable as a first release, but this is actually the third. The others are Monochrome and Divine Attack, and you were right, Sue's vocals are epic. Where I must strongly disagree is where you say that it is instrumentally weak. I mean, the band is tearing it up, and the orchestral parts are perfectly mixed. And do you not recognize the earmarks of great drumming? I believe this song was composed as an anthemic audience participation song, like a few of their others, Road of Resistance and Headbanger, to name a few. Okay, so if I gave you the impression that I feel like the instrumentals were weak, that was not what I was getting at. They're subdued, they're reserved, they're not weak by any stretch of the imagination. And I think that was the whole point too of like, if you look at the thumbnail, right, if you just look at the thumbnail that I made for this, have I been spoiled, was the whole point. Because I'm talking about it and like, this thing, it's subdued and it feels like it's very reserved, and the whole thing feels like it's just like the pomp and circumstance when the queen is, you know, whatever, announced and going to address the kingdom. You know what I mean? That's kind of what the whole thing, it felt like that, the very regal, very cinematic, procession for royalty. But it doesn't mean it was instrumentally weak. Right? It just means the instrumentals took very little focus, right? All of the focus was about the vocals. That's all I meant. Roadrunner says, nice one, thanks. Sue Metal's vocals are totally amazing here, among her best, if not her best ever. There is so much talent that it's almost unfair. This is the concept album opener, and in my theory, it is needed to drop it now to open at least one of their live shows this weekend. One thing you need to know is that cryptic and Koba means normal. That's good. That's good. Mike Powers says, going to copy and paste this once again since I've been watching many reactors as Ken in the last few days. Sue sounds so beautiful, like really, really beautiful. It's like she is singing me a story straight into my heart. And when Moa came in with her English lines, oh my god, I about died and went to heaven. Absolute chills and overwhelming feelings of being proud of her. I actually got a little choked up. She needs more lines in other songs, and I would really love a true duet with Sue. That would be cool, right? Like an actual duet. That would be cool. I think she is very happy concentrating on dancing and supporting Sue, but her voice is pure warmth. Well, this is the thing, right? Like, because they're professionals and they're exceptional at what they do. Like, whatever they decide to do, they're going to bring it to the highest level, right? Like, if I've learned anything about BABYMETAL, that's what I've learned. Like, the BMC was, like, legitimate culture shock, I think. I would just, like, the last thing that I was expecting, and, like, the level of execution was, yeah. To be honest with you, I mean, I think I was already a fan, but it's just, I don't know. I'm beyond the event horizon. This song is going to be nothing short of epic live. I agree. I see others saying it's the weakest of the three songs so far, but I don't feel that way at all. I haven't checked out the other two, so I can't comment. I feel like those chants were done in mind to just get the crowd really involved, which will be awesome. This song sounds amazing in my car. The drums sound awesome. Like, they really do. Like, the whole thing, just like the production of it really does sound good. The instrumentals sound amazing. They're very heavy. But they don't draw focus from the vocals, right? And so there is like because it's not like the band can't play. Like, we know they can play. That's not the problem. Like, Tales of the Destinies, beyond a shadow of a doubt, the band can play pretty much anything they want to. So this isn't a choice to be reserved with the instrumentals because they don't have the chops to play at that level. It's a choice because the whole track is about the vocals, and so you don't want to steal focus from what the track is featuring. He goes on to say, I can also see this as an anime music video. Animated Sue and Moa can possibly the Kami band gets suited up in samurai armor and raising the one battle flag. Yo, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Can we do that? That would be a lot of fun to do. I wonder if we can do that. We could probably do that. Appreciate the comment. I'm gonna give you a heart because that's a great idea. I like it a lot. Marcelo says, I liked how you described Sue's voice, delicate but not fragile. Spectacular. That's one of my things. That's kind of what I do. I like to really, I get kind of picky about words. I also thought Sue's voice was spectacular and she didn't need decorations. Her voice is delicate but powerful. Agreed. Thank you because of your analysis. Always so different from other reactors. You have talent, bro. Wow. Very kind words. Thank you. Appreciate it. Zeriga Molidet says, Baby Metal Kingdom is the best kingdom. I'm not going to argue. Rick Cadger says, while I like the new song so far, especially Monochrome, I have put some reservations about the production. There seems to be a kind of post-Phil Spector wall of sound thing going on in the mids, and things can get mushy and crowded at times. Interesting. The individual instruments on earlier material were much easier to distinguish, in my opinion. Well, like I said, I haven't listened to the other two tracks, but it didn't feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm just so focused on the vocals that I miss how the like the instrumentals and the mids kind of get mushed together. He goes on to say the vocals are certainly nice, and the morphing thing where the backing vocals go into Sue's lead is cool AF and very pretty. Totally agree. Super cool. Like, legitimately gives me chills when I hear it. Really, none of it is real until we see how it's rendered live, which is where the band's real power lies. Thank you for the cool vids, nice analysis, and it's fun to watch the journey of someone discovering what I did not so long ago. Well, thank you, buddy. I appreciate the comment. Boop. Dean Grant says, I don't know if it's divisive, but I am a huge Baby Metal fan, and I don't like it. Sue's vocals are great, but beyond that, there's nothing memorable. I think part of it is the title Metal Kingdom. They have the kingdom part, but didn't bring the metal. Okay, well that's not. I mean, okay, if that's your perspective, that's your perspective. It's too chill, and I feel let down because I know they can bring it. Well, this is the thing though. This is what we just said. Like, they can bring it. That's not the problem. It's so. It must be that this was a deliberate creative decision to feature the vocals, and hopefully what we'll see when the album drops is the context for the rest of the gaps are going to be filled in, and then you go back and listen to this song, and now that it has the context, now that it has now that it's like saturated with the rest of the album, like, it should really slap you emotionally. At least that's my feeling. Also, I'm going to take a wild guess because I like to speculate irresponsibly. But in the same way that like Tales of the Destinies and The One kind of go together, right? They're part of like the same track, honestly. Maybe this is like The One. Metal Kingdom is like The One. And then there's a Tales of the Destinies that's like hidden at the end, like the last track on the album. I don't know. That would be awesome. But boop. The third Panzer Sixth says, great reaction, John. I agree that Sue's vocals carry the song. She has become more amazing with the years. Can't wait for the complete album to drop. I'm so in. For sure. Ro Davis says, Baby Metal and Don Hertzfield references. Oh, you got it! Somebody got it! I'm so happy. I'm so happy. That'll be a sub from me. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I love Don Hertzfield. If you haven't seen the Rejected cartoons, they're hilarious. You should go check those out. And also, I haven't seen the series. I forget what it's called, but the movie that he did, it's such a beautiful day. Also amazing. Also amazing. Ro Davis also says, I see where you're coming from on the reserved comment. I would describe it like this. When your kid is 2, they throw temper tantrums. The kicking, screaming, throwing themselves on the floor, etc. It's just this whole frenetic, angry energy. Then there's that quiet, simmering anger that you see sometimes. You see someone, you know damn well they're mad, but they are not going to give you the satisfaction. And it makes you nervous, and makes your toddler look downright hilarious by comparison. That's what this song is. So this song... Yeah, okay, I see. So like because you know they can bring it, and you can feel it. It almost feels like the instrumentals want to break out. So yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying. I'm there for it. And finally, we have the pinned comment. So that means, ladies and gentlemen, we have finished all of our comment section. So once again, huge thank you to all of the support you guys have. Like, this is so much fun. This is just so much fun for me. So I really appreciate the support from you guys, and I hope you have a lot of fun with the videos too. That's going to do it for me from this one, though. I'm going to get out of here. You know what to do. Stuff, descriptions, pay me money so I can keep doing this. The more money I make, the more videos I can create, and the better the overall experience it's going to be for both of us. So I don't make money off of most of these videos, so if you want to support the channel, check out the links, Patreon, super thanks, all that stuff. I'm gonna get out of here. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.